Ah, what a lovely fucking day. A beautiful one to be copyright struck again for miscellaneous fucking reasons. Oh my Jesus. Jesus, that's too loud for me. Even though it's like literally only 2 decibels above speaking voice. That's too loud for my sensitive ears. My ears, they hurt. They're so precious. Listen with your precious ears. This sultry voice will guide you to safe harbor. Not really, I'll probably like the sirens and accidentally take you down to 1,300 feet of absolute slithering hell. Is everything alright over here on this end? Yeah, looks like it. I got nothing. It ain't broken. Yeah. Give it 2 seconds. Waiting for somebody to DDoS YouTube again and just take this behemoth down for the 15th time for this week. I could take it. Yeah, sorry for being a little bit later here this evening too. You know, I was just doing a lot of hauling today. It's like a big fucking move day. So that was just like constantly being a mule. My back's fucking aching. Doesn't bode well too, considering I still have like that full body fucking tan that just excoriated everything. 3 hours midday sunlight with no protection whatsoever. Yeah, and being pale and pasty as fuck too. Literally looks like Neapolitan or Metropolitan, whatever the fuck it's supposed to be, ice cream. I basically like kind of like the vanilla and cherry ice cream mixture. Interesting. So it's kind of like a bunny hopper. How absolutely adorable. Honestly, I feel like a lot of these builds that actually just end up on the exhibition being the top ones are always just ones that fuck around. And very rarely are they ones that are actually meant to be like truly showing their capability. Ooh, hot damn. 2 typhoons and a porcupine. So the porcupine's a good idea for area of denial. And then you just have the typhoons in here to blast people. Well, even with 2 shots, shit does 800 damage. That's actually not that bad. And this build's actually strangely well designed too. I wouldn't expect it, but it has like great anti-ramming mechanics in here. Not to mention a shitload of HP. I'll say the porcupine alone just makes it anti-melee to an nth degree. I love that stuff. Porcupine's too good, but at the same time also unreachable for literally everybody. I mean, let's see. Let's see. How many are there actually for sale? Oh wow, they're actually one of the more expensive ones here. Jesus. Let's see. Firebugs are the only one here that are even cheaper than that. I guess Punisher if you want to do a buy order, but I mean, if you're putting in a buy order for $22,000, you don't really fucking care at that point. You're just trying to flip. You gotta love that the porcupine having the highest orders right now. It just does not seem reasonable whatsoever. I do kind of like all the paints too. They all do look absolutely stellar. A lot of hyper-reflective shiny paints too, I've noticed. Hey, the old lightning one, I love that one. Brings you back to simpler times. Honestly, I need to start messing around more with these actual decor items here. Relic containers. Mega hold rare parts for any factions. What was this thing that could actually hold? Yeah, that's right. It was either this thing had a relic or you had a chance of getting a blue item that you could actually trade. It's funny, it doesn't actually contain the Breakers or the Punishers. Which I guess actually is probably a good idea considering the other 2 relics are complete dog shit. God. The days these things used to be... I mean, these things were outrageously expensive for where they were. So they probably did cause a huge deflation of, like, everyone's coins. But at the same time, those who got lucky, oh my god, they made bank early on. Those who could afford to make those crates early on, and were actually able just to sit there and crap out relics, at least got lucky with it. I mean, they were probably set for the rest of their time in the game. Literally, if you just got lucky on one of those crates and got a relic, you would never, ever have to work for any sort of cash at that point. It's $30,000 or more. Literally, if you earned 100 coins a week, so that'd be what, 30,000? So that'd be like what, the equivalent of multiple years? Multiple years of not having to do shit. I mean, that'd be nice. Interesting. Andrew Yang is getting on the H3H3 podcast? Really? Really? That's absolutely fucking amazing. Although, to be fair, I kind of get why they'd want to do that. Any sort of publicity they can generate online with things like that could have a multiplicative effect. But at the same time, I feel like he's just trying to grasp for as many straws as humanly fucking possible. An evening cauc night, of course. How else can this be even more romantic? Don't you see these lovely things displayed right before your eyes? All three gloriously painted too. Delicioso. I actually need to... You know what I need to do with these bad boys? I need to get back into the step spider cabin. Get with that golden eagle engine. With all of these lovely tracks right here. I could probably be blazing ass in this thing. Ooh, that would look mighty nice. Only don't... Actually, oh yeah. No, I wouldn't be able to blaze ass in this thing. Because I'd have to get rid of my golden eagle engine. But at that point, I could only have 4 or 3 caucuses. Then I already have way too much energy for 3 caucuses. There just needs to be a way to throw in another one here. We'll get you there at some point, maybe. Maybe. I don't know, I almost kind of feel like leaving him there. But at the same time, I feel a desire to help you. You know what? I'll compromise here. We'll help you, while actually not being very helpful. Never mind. Never mind. I'll harass you later. I'll commit a felony later. The shit are you doing here? He's literally just sitting there and eating ass cheeks for no reason. Alright. I feel you. Some people may have that particular inclination. I will not disparage you in any sort of way here. My colleague pokes a little bit to the left. You know, that happens with me sometimes. I'm a little bit on the opposite spectrum, though. I'm a little bit more on that right side lean. You know what I mean? Just because it just feels more natural. It grips my dominant hand just a little bit better to lean my cauc left. Or right. Sorry. Fuck. It's like this stream's already taken a toll. I can't enunciate correctly. Oh, you know, hell, I misspelled tonight like 7 times wrong in a Discord announcement. Just cause. It's just in my mind. It slowly turns into mush. The carrier. Wet night, I know you've been begging for something like that for ages. I know the carrier calls to your name every fucking night. Why is this thing already down 30%? Holy shit. But I think those days have ended. Actually, to be honest, you can probably still do it. All you need to do to actually do something like a carrier these days, get 2 harpoons, 2 or 3 harpoons, jab one in the front, jab one in the back, maybe jab one in the middle to prevent the car from rotating, and you'll work. You actually probably could easily carry a convoy with that. And honestly, those last convoy missions, you really need a carrier these days. Those boys are so fucking brittle. Not to mention that those things move way too fast. So to keep triggering like double or triple waves, where you're sitting there beating off like 12 or 13 fucking bots. My god, it gives me an aneurysm every time I want to look at it. It went down knowing carrier wasn't good enough. A carrier was absolutely excellent. What do you mean? That bad boy saved so many convoy raids. Back in the day when Sidekick had a shitload of DPS and was only 3 energy. Those were the days of drone builds actually being good. Nowadays, the only drone that is good is the Impulse drone, and that is because those things simply have way too good of accuracy and way too much fucking DPS. Each drone able to pump out nearly 200 DPS, and you can stack like 3 or 4 of those drones on your car. Yeah, no wonder those things can kill. I thought it was a great idea. Yeah, let's throw a freaking drone in there that has the capability of instantly stripping people. Yeah, the issue with the sidekick, what made it too good, was the fact that they had way too much HP. I mean, because the sidekick used to have like 200 or 300 HP, something absurd like that, so you could shoot cannons at it, and the thing would still be able to work some fucking how. So it's just like, alright, how am I supposed to reasonably beat these things off when I'm a cannon build or any sort of other build? And I was just sitting there, I'm playing with my machine guns, I don't see anything fucking wrong here. I'm just here sitting here left clicking all fucking day, putting on my macro because my finger got tired. And it's just be like, oh, yeah, I guess if I was a person who was just sitting there peeking behind corners, being a little pussy, I could see why these drones would be a little bit more of the persnickety type here. But goddamn, were those things absolutely amazing to have for your cars. They barely weighed anything. You could use them as a platform for your convoy. And look at that, you can just sit there and haul this thing around the map like it's damn cotton candy. Absolutely amazing. Back before the days of contact 2mm, back before the days of... before even skinners, really. So the only way to actually stick something on you was to go the old friction route and trap. Beautiful. Beautiful days of engineering. It's like going from the medieval times straight to the 21st century. Where's the innovation, man? Although to be fair, I've actually seen, since now there's the contact 2mm, I feel like fuchsia builds are actually less common. Like, they have less panaz. Like, ever since the contact 2mm came out, I haven't seen really that many videos from Gromek experimenting really that much. And then they made that next part. They made it really easy to, like, flick off all these extra parts you don't need. And, like, Gromek itself has actually abandoned crossout right now. He still talks on his Discord occasionally, but for the most part, he's just like, yeah, pfft. Game has declining viewership, no one's fucking playing it, and the devs are doing weird-ass balancing decisions and monetization systems that no one fucking cares about. Carry you, though. I don't know, we could try that. The thing is, I just need to invest in skinners, but at the same time, I also have zero fucking cash. I've wasted all my cash right now on 8 aspects. And I was actually trying to do a triple aspect build, where I was sitting there trying to actually do some decent DPS with triple aspect. And honestly, the build is not even nearly as good. Not nearly as good as my caucus build. Like, honestly, the DPS on it is fairly subpar. Like, I still found it fairly hard to strip and kill things effectively. And I'm just thinking, my fucking protectors on an icebox cabin did so much more damage to them. Probably because I could have 4 of them, plus a shitload of radiators, and I had 16 energy. Awesome. I've lost so many of these damn missions today. Literally. Four missions and then 6 wins. 60% win rate. Why are they so low all of a sudden? I should have been done with this damn badge thing like an hour ago. But I've been sitting here dealing with a couple of tards, trying to do their own little niche thing here, and you know. It's gonna be weird as hell. Oh god. I only do steel cradle raids. Yeah, those were really recently nerfed too, because I believe they reduced the rewards down to a 2/3 for some asinine reason. Because the thing is, you have to remember, when it comes to engaging the effectiveness of something for... what am I trying to think? Like, when you're trying to engage something for whether or not it's a good profit, you have to also consider the time investment. And I think Targem or Gaijin, whoever makes these decisions, whoever makes the creative decisions, is only looking at the pure, like, margins without any consideration for time. So that's why you get situations where convoy missions make about the same money as data theft or war for oil missions, even though they take way different times. Like, convoys can take up to 13, 14 minutes. Frontier defenses can take upwards of 13 or 14 minutes. I've had steel cradles last for up to half a fucking hour. And they'll somehow manage to all give the same rewards. Well, actually, now steel cradle gets even less. Because if you're dealing with somebody who has a specific build for steel cradle, or who just drags a bot into the acid, literally you're done in 2 seconds. You don't have to do anything. But those are so very rare. It's often everyone going to the grinding spot, sitting there shooting the bot for like 10, 20 minutes, and then the raid is over. Like, it takes so effing long. Like on the acid map, no one ever does that thing where you drag the bot into the acid. Everyone just goes to like that weird little corner off to the side, sits there, waits for the bot to come to you, and then they slowly shoot it down for 20 minutes. Or you fucking lose. Because everyone seems to die at either the Leviathan or the rocket portion. Rocket portion seems to always fuck people for some reason. I just don't like to protect things. Yeah, the protecting missions, they've been strangely nerfing all of those. Like, I've noticed after they did all the nerfs to the HP, to the data theft, and war for oil, my win rate has gone from like a 90% down to like 50%. So nearly all the profit you get from these missions now is just wiped the fuck out, because these things last less than a couple dozen shots. Like you saw, first wave of that data theft mission, thing was down 30% HP. And we still do another wave afterwards that would be twice as intense, 3 times as intense. And we can't get the bots to target us, because when the bots spawn in, they instantly target the tower, and then they never switch to us unless we cock block them. But the thing is, it's kind of hard to cock block a bot that also goes 30 kilometers faster than you. So the bot just sit there, ignore you, go straight for the tower, and you're like, alright, I'm sitting here at full HP and the tower's already dead. Like, what the fuck are you supposed to do? The only way you could even remotely try to beat it is if you go directly to the spawns and try to fuck them there, but that doesn't work too, because the spawns are way too quick. So you just sit there, go to one spawn, instantly changes, and then another 16 bots spawn on the other side of the map. You get to run all the way over there to try to prevent them from hitting the tower, and no, it still doesn't work. Still doesn't work. They need to buff up the HP again here, because they're being a little bit too unfair, because I'm a person in a high tier vehicle right now. I shouldn't be having this many difficulty doing normal raids here, which are meant for people around like 4,000, 3,000 power score. Like, how the fuck are people at that power score supposed to do this? Like, I want to see like an actual graph, like an actual win rate graph for certain builds. Like, okay, what if the average team is above 7k right now? What is the win rate for them? Okay, what is the win rate between 7 and 5k? Alright, what's sub 5k? What is the win rate for sub 5k? And like, I guarantee you, even for like top tier above 7,000, you're still probably going to get less than an 80%, 70, 60% win rate. Like, you're probably getting closer to that 50 range. Which, I don't want to sit here and spend, you know, 30, 25 minutes to earn like 30 plastic. It's like, at this point, it'd be more profitable probably to do PvP missions. Like, for your time-wise, and at least then, you're usually guaranteed profit every time. It's not like PvE missions where if you fuck up on normal, you are guaranteed a loss, where it's really the only time you can ever get a loss in hard ways is like during certain missions, and if you die really early on. Like, that's the only way you can really fuck up hard raids. And even then, those are very, very rare. Like, the only time I've ever seen hard raids fuck up early on is because, say, what am I trying to think? Like, say something glitches out and a bot rams a convoy and it does like 700 damage accidentally right to the cabinet, instantly kills it. Like, you see situations like that happen occasionally, where the lance or boomstick builds on lunatics would do like 30% damage to convoys. And convoys, like the old style convoys, where they used to roll super fucking slowly and get you like 80 copper, you would have lunatics basically kill those convoys in like 3 or 4 hits. And you're like, I can't stop them. Literally, unless I suicide and take all of these lances to my ass, I'm just going to sit here and watch this convoy get killed by mines and then get killed by lances. Oh god, the days when lances used to do or not lances, back when landmines used to do full damage. Holy shit. That was terrible. Back when landmines used to do 30% damage to a fucking convoy. And you're just sitting there like, come on, dude. I'm a spider build. I legitimately cannot run fast enough in any circumstance to even catch this convoy. It used to be the days. The only time I was actually able to ever catch up with a convoy back in old spider days was by ramming my ass right in front of the convoy and just having the convoy push me. That used to be the only way you could run fast enough. Otherwise, you would only run at like 40 kilometers an hour and the convoy would run at like 55. So you'd just be sitting there like, alright, guess I'll fucking die. And this is before the day of the Arachnophobia pack, before the Step Spider pack. So there was no way to actually increase your speed. I don't know. Raids are really weird, though. Gaijin always seems to be kind of like... They want to make it a little bit more balanced in terms of profit, but at the same time, the way they do that is by either making it extremely fucking long, adding in new resources, or just making it, like, extremely difficult to the point of it having, like, a 50% win rate. Which, at that point, you inadvertently double the price of crafting materials, making this game incredibly long. Not to mention they still haven't fixed the issue of easy raids still being profitable. I mean, it used to be the day that medium raids had the most profit per bang, but those back in the day when raids used to take like 2 or 3 minutes. Nowadays, it's like hard raids, hands down, always do those if you want money. Not to mention they're more properly balanced. Nah, dude's okay, he's coming. There we go, we got this. Just all everyone hop in your place. Here we go. And they still have an issue where a lot of the raids are still not compensated for their time management. Like, Frontier Defense, still hands down, while it is a raid that gives you full rewards for your time, you still have a decent profit margin. It's still like a 15, 16, 17 minute raid, especially if you're using a drone build, and you're facing with the nomads who have that instantly cloaking owl or, you know, falcon build, and you're just sitting there like, come on, I'm sitting here ramming your ass for the past 10 minutes, but because you go instantaneously invisible, my bots cannot target you fast enough to even touch you. Like, it's funny because the Caucasus, they have a warm-up time plus an aiming time, so literally by the time they actually start firing upon a nomad, they've already gone invisible again. Literally the cooldown is like 2 seconds, or a second and a half. So it's basically borderline impossible for a cauc build to easily kill an owl build. Like, these ones you can kill. Obnoxious, but they're still killable. They'll still run away at Mach 10 speeds, hide into corners, and become incredibly difficult to actually kill. But still not a pyre bot, still not any sort of annoying-ass bot running halfway across the map. Hey, I do love that, dude. A mixture of vectors and a wasp. Not a bad idea. Here we go, just take it right off the top. Beautiful job. Oh, interesting too, I thought he was using the growl cab, he's using the werewolf one. Not a bad idea, I suppose. But literally, I just think light cabins are a waste of time and money. It's like the only cab that are kind of fun to use is that little boar one. But that's only in troll builds where you're like, yeah, I'm willing to spend multiple thousands of dollars. Oh my god, seriously? This thing is almost dead. And we have 2 extremely high-end builds here. You got a guy using in Reapers at a medium raid. And literally a couple... Oh, fuck. We're gonna lose this one. Here, everyone focus me. Focus me. Do not run after there. Because look, I'm still in my first life and I still have 1,000 HP left. But look at this. All of them are just straight up ignoring me and kind of like going for the point. Like 3 or 4. Yeah, see. They're all running towards the point. Which then they lose sight of me and then they start targeting the tower. The HP is fucking shit. God, this is going to irritate the living shit out of me. This is funny, too, because I constantly said on the forums, oh yeah, data theft and the war for fire, absolutely perfect missions to do for best profit right now, but pfft, it's before they nerfed the shit out of their HP. Jesus Christ. Let me see if I can find that post, too. Let's see, was it updates and maintenance that had it? Oh yeah, Wasteland Cup. Here we go, where is that right now? Oh yeah, no, I don't care about those counters. Let's see. New CK mechanics. Raids. Here we go. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh my god. This is such a joke. They made all these raids so ungodly easy right now. If you come into here, look at this. Perimeter Breach, which I've noticed too. Perimeter Breach used to be like an 80-90% win rate. It's down to the 60s% now. And you can see why. It's because they nerfed the HP of these things like fucking crazy. And for some reason, this should be inverse. Harder rates should be harder. Why is easy nerfed by over a third? Well, actually by exactly a third. Why exactly a third? This is literally... This is weird. This is like kind of like punishing people who like doing their tickets or their badges, who are sitting here trying to get their badges for the week done, trying to get their like 175 for 25 normal missions done. But literally at this rate, I will not be able to actually even do this in a reasonable amount of time. Like, unless I'm sitting here 8 hours a day, wasting, dozens of coins worth of fuel, doing these freaking normal missions, I'm not going to be able to do them. I'm going to have to instead go towards missions that have a more guaranteed win rate, like Frontier Defense. What's another one here that basically is a guaranteed win? I mean, Frontier Defense is mixed and matched depending on the map you're on. Like, if you're on the Ship Graveyard map, due to the fact that all the spawn locations there are, like, haphazard, really shit. But other than that, they usually tend to be pretty good. But yeah, look at this. It's fucking 33%, 20, 25. It's like not small increments too. These are massive ones. But then in this one, they actually changed like the spawning of it, I think, too. Because now the spawns, like on things on like the shipping container map, a lot of the spawns are like directly on top of the shipping container. So the bots come out like lickety fucking split and do an amazing amount of damage. Honestly, if I wanted to win missions like Data Theft or War for Fire, I would have to start using things like the Barrier. Like the Barrier 9, I would start using that. Oh yeah, they did change the Raider spawn points. Yeah, so they put them a lot closer. A lot closer. So instead of having to travel, 100 meters, they travel now 20. Oh god. I didn't mean to type all of that shit. Yoink. Where was that at again? Alright, so last convoy and gone in 2 minutes. Yep, buy it. You see, that seems more reasonable. 9%, that's something I could still do. The issue is, the last convoy and gone in 2 minutes, I haven't won one of those missions in ages. Literally have not won one of those in ages. Because literally by the time the convoy gets to like the third phase, it's already down at 9%. One wave of mobs comes in because the thing's blazing ahead without us, going at full fucking speeds, and it just attracts another 2 waves of mobs, and we're just sitting here still killing another 10 because each mob has like 500 HP, all running around in circles and hiding. So unless you're sitting there with barriers or Aegis Primes and Sparks, the motherfucker's gonna die so quick. So this is just making it even harder. Data theft, Jesus, 20 and 25% again, so a 5th and a 4th respectively. God, these are massive, massive. And damage done by ringleaders increased by 1.5 times? Are you kidding me? Steel Cradle is already sketchy to do because we lose most of those because people come in with like 2k HP builds and instantaneously get killed by, you know, whatever that one that has like 3 Fat Mans, 1700 Crickets, and like dual Reapers that blast everyone's ass cheeks in 2 seconds. At least he reduced the durability, but the issue is that durability was never the issue. It was the fact it did so much damage that caused people to have to run away and then peck them from a distance. Because right now, if you try to straight up just ram the ringleader and try to kill it fast on, you usually will lose because by that point, everyone only has 1 life left over because killing the Leviathan plus the, whatever fucking tower is, one of the turrets, stupidly hard. Stupidly hard. Someone always dies there every time, and by the end of it, everyone only has 1 life, and then you're facing the ringleader here that can pretty much one-shot you with the Reapers, the Fat Mans, or the Rockets that are all pinpoint accurate. Oh god. At least the balancing changes to all the weapons were kind of nice, for the most part. But these, like, why make PvE so much harder? Like, I understand, yes, they were really easy before now, but, like, now it's to the point where it's just simply not worth it to do it unless you're doing hard missions. Hard missions, still easy to do, but, like, normal missions and easy missions? Why the fuck are they so hard? It's like, legitimately, I never lose a hard mission. I go over to a normal mission, I lose. Because I'm sitting there doing my cauc build, getting first place champion, doing the most DPS, but then the towers die instantly. It's weird too because their other PvE mode, adventure mode, is so brain dead easy. It's like they're willing to do a challenge in PvE, but only in the part where it costs you money. The adventure mode, yeah, I don't care. Just make that grind completely time wasteful. They need to change that considerably. And actually, I might as well point that out. We'll go ahead and quote selection here. This, whoops, sorry. Right here has made normal raids, normal and easy raids, strangely harder than the hard raids. Funny enough. From my own personal experience, I used to have around 80% win rate rates in normal and hard raids, especially with the War for Fire, data theft, and convoy missions. But now that has changed, I would be lucky to win, let's say, I was just say raids at all in those modes, as the objectives are way too weak now, while also having the issue of spawning way too many bots. Like, legitimately, if you do that, what's the one where they escort the truck after getting the oil? I think that's the War for Fire mission. Legitimately, I have an issue where the bots are so numerous and plentiful by the time the end of the 2 minutes or 3 minutes is up, that we have, like, at least 15 bots roaming around, shooting the car or shooting us really rapidly, to the point of it kind of being absurd. Like, we're sitting here trying to strip him as fast as possible, but it just ain't in the fucking cards. In fact, right now, I am on a 5 loss streak. Loss streak. on normal missions. And I have a 9K build. It's interesting to have difficulties with normal missions when the rewards are objectively worse in every way to hard missions. And let's see, what was I else going to say? Well, also being more difficult. Well, I understand you want to make PvE more interesting by introducing more risk. You've basically, at this point, you basically just made everyone earn less from the PvE mode while not adding any actual, I don't know how to spell actual, goddammit, actual difficulty. It's fairly hard to say it's fair to do raids when you take away nearly 1/5 to 1/3 of an objective. Total health. So let's see. I guess a solution. Make the nerfs a little less intense. Maybe less than 10%. And you'll still get that extra difficulty while not making it unprofitable to do raids. I mean, sure, eventually you could argue that the market would actually adjust to these things, but it's kind of a hard thing to do. There's so much fluff in these markets that in order to actually fully adjust the market, you would have to strip out everyone's listings and then reapply them to actually make this work. Thanks for coming to my TikToks. And then, of course, just to make sure that we know it's a correct post, we are going to put it in Comic Sans. If you do not post it in Comic Sans, I disown you. Beautiful. It absolutely won't be read because this is the 13th page, but you know what? It's nice to think that it will. Honestly, forum post is a good place to see a lot of good suggestions. I remember used to seeing weapons, hardwares, and visuals having like full list of factions with really interesting and unique ideas being proposed all the time, but then got that kind of changing out to be more, I don't know, really there hasn't been as much creativity on the forums when it comes to faction designs in a hot second, which is probably because they really haven't introduced a whole lot of new weapons in a hot second. The only time they ever really seem to introduce anything interesting is when they are on... Really, I guess the only time they ever really try to introduce is during the Kinetches event and during PAX. But like literally any other time, we're just going to sit here and make fucking fireworks and stickers. Like right now, Steel Championship. What do they do to actually make this more interesting? Do they introduce any sort of new mechanics, guns? Nope. It is literally just... it's just literally decor, paints, like items that take 2 seconds to make. Not to mention that half of these just reuse assets. Maybe at some point they might be interesting, but I don't care. One at a time items that'll probably come into some pack in the near future. But 1 second, I need to change out this outfit here because I am drowning in my own swamp here right now. So we'll take a 2 second break. Hey, what up, Smokey? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, sorry about that. I just had to actually change out, otherwise I'm gonna... It's so weird, too, because like this morning, it was 60 degrees, and chilly as shit, almost felt like fall for some reason in the middle of summer. But then, like right now, it's just getting worse. I don't know, actually, what is the temperature all of a sudden here? Did it go back up to like the 85s here? Or is it just like ball sweat weather here? I don't know, it's 60 right now. Why the fuck is it so hot in here then? God, that actually is nice. It's gonna be cold throughout the whole fucking week. That's amazing. I love that. That's what I like to see. It actually is strangely like fall weather. When the weather starts getting back down to that 60s, that's when you know summer has broken. That's when summer has broken. Nice. Seems we're actually really kind of early this year. Because usually you don't get the type of thing in July. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm not worried about it. I kind of am. But who cares? That's not hot. Well, I mean, it's like 85 here is hot because you have to remember, I also live in a state where we're surrounded by Great Lakes and it's fucking humid all the time here. You're not allowed to complain. Yeah, because of fucking Arizona exists and everyone stays inside because it's 110 outside, and if you even look at the fucking window, you have a heat stroke. Like all those photos on fucking Mercury, or we're on Freddie Mercury right now, who are sliding up and down his non-existent pole, getting absolutely ass blasted by the heat. But no, Arizonians come saying that their heat is like the standard for everybody. It's like, for one, you live in a desert, so sweating there literally cools you off in 2 seconds, and two, you motherfuckers just stay inside all day. Like, what do you mean? Like, why don't you stay inside here with your, you know, factory-grade air conditioning, blasting it on 60 degrees, it being cooler in your place than it is in, like, in the majority of northern states. Mercury is literally hell. It's another planet that doesn't even have an atmosphere. It's like pure carbon dioxide. Isn't it like some 600 degrees on that planet at all times? I'm thinking of Venus. Why refuses to turn on the air conditioning, though? Yeah, probably why. It's expensive. Well, actually, it shouldn't even be that expensive. If you live in these desert states like Arizona, the price of electricity there should actually be fairly cheap, since you live in an area where, like, you have a fuck ton of renewables. Like, if you live in Arizona, your price of your energy should be like 10 cents per kilowatt hour, because at that point you're in a situation where it's like so ungodly cheap. I live in California, same fucking thing. California has so much renewable energy right now, they're actually having an issue of them producing too much. Still like 105, fuck, that's way too hot here. If it was 105 in Michigan, people would fucking die. They would literally die. Like 90% humidity and 105 degrees. It would be literally stay in your house and do not go outside, because otherwise you will die. Like, Arizona hot, though, it's impossible to be Arizona hot because they have like zero fucking wind out there, and it's literally just desert, scorching sun, no cloud coverage. Yeah, gonna be absolutely hot. Perfect for energy. But don't let you turn on the AC. You probably could make an argument for CPS to come by and be like, yeah, this is child abuse. I'm staying inside a 90-degree home, sweating my balls off, because my parents are too cheap to want to pay for the extra, like, 5 hours of energy. I'll say, what you could possibly do, buy yourself, like, a cheap, like, window-mounted AC unit, and if you just stay in, like, one area all the time, you just do that. Honestly, you know what? I should do that for this place, too. I should just get, like, a shitty AC unit, and just get it for this room alone, because the air conditioning here sucks balls. Might as well. It actually would probably save me a lot of time and effort. And at least then, too, you guys wouldn't be hearing, you know, the fan going all the time and the PC wiling up to 95 degrees every time I play crossout. I just surround myself with fans. Yeah, that's the issue though too. Fans, if you know anything about cooling, there's actually like it's like logarithmic or logarithmic when it comes to fans, where the first like 2 seconds or the first couple hundred RPM is really good at cooling you down, but then like when you start going into like the fast speeds, it literally does not cool you down any faster. I'll watch farm bits while watching on Twitch. Hey, that's what everyone does. Everyone kind of just farms. I mean, there's an easy way to farm bits. Literally, you can have 2 streams open at the same time, and you have like one in a different incognito mode and one in a regular mode, and you can just sit there and farm the incognito one and keep the other one alive, since incognito and the other ones don't really do anything. You just mute the individual tabs. Works every fucking time. That's what I used to do whenever I had to farm bits for my channel, but And then Twitch started to regulate that, and they're like, no, you can't farm bits and then give it to yourself. Like, why the fuck not? This way to farm bits is VPN. And I guess it makes sense. They can't IP or local trace you, so they probably just assume you're actually from these different areas. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to kill that thing. Literally goes invisible way too often for my caucuses to even rev up damage on them. Or getting a job, true, but... I would say most people who watch Twitch and online content tend to be quite a bit younger, or do not actually want to pay to actually donate to people. Like, there's a... I don't want to say there's a weird paradigm where like people are hesitant to donate to content creators, because I feel like with the adpocalypse, people are much more willing to actually pay for their YouTube content now. But initially when this thing was introduced, it was kind of like a way to deal with that situation where a lot of people don't want to see or, farm bits for these creators, because it's not a real job. It's, you're just sitting here playing video games. Or just wait till 3 AM, 12 AM Twitch time. That's when the bits reset. I'll say, I've never been the professional bit farm grinder on Twitch. Never really big into that scene. But I was gonna say, I imagine if you had multiple accounts, VPNs, and other computers, it'd probably actually be a decent way to earn a little bit of money. Hell, you honestly you probably could set up a bot for that, to be honest. Because literally all you need to do is click the watch ad, click the ad, wait 30 seconds, give it a smiley face, and call it good. I once got a $200 bit drop from a 30-second ad. Ooh, fucking lot of money right there. That's $2 whole. Which honestly is pretty sick for a single advertisement. It's actually not bad at all. I'll say the only downside to... I'm just trying to think, what would be the downside? Not really too much of a downside there. Yeah, fuck it. It should be wasting a lot of time, though. Like, sitting there grinding for an hour, basically having to spend your consciousness doing something. And it's just like, oh, yeah, well, I actually... I got less than a minimum wage job here. Because I waited to 3 AM. I guess it makes sense. You're just sitting there doing it when the opportune time it hits. Sitting there cramming out ads at 2 AM. Wait like half a second and then cram out 30 damn more. Probably could work. Although the strange thing is, with bits and subscriptions on my channels, since my channel is so small and I earn so little, it actually is like... I'm not sure if it's even technically... I'm not even sure like how to describe it. Like, the situation where I've never been paid out by Twitch, even though I am more than certain I've probably earned more than $100 through Twitch. But like, you get to like earn more than 100 in a single month, I think, during a single payment period. But that's just never happened. So they're just kind of like sitting on all this. We got a nice yearboard to name his character Adam as a small PP and followed up New Vegas. Hey. Yeah, you're thinking with portals there. Good fucking Mei. That's not a bad idea. Although, assuming he doesn't get the bans for Twitch for using profane language here. I mean, you have to remember again, Twitch is a Christian site. Assuming you're male. Otherwise, yeah, just do whatever the fuck you want. The end of it is strange. I guess a lot of smaller streamers are a little bit more, I guess, money hungry for things like that. They're more willing to debase themselves for like 20 bucks. And unless you're like one of those Twitch thoughts that sits there and sells their clothing to the whoever is the highest bit donator at the time. Although I feel like, even though it sounds like a joke, I'm more than certain that it's probably happened already. Like, I feel like that's had to happen at some point. Or I guess I could just open a premium Snapchat account and start posting feet pictures. You actually probably could do that. And probably actually make decent money. And Twitch wouldn't be able to do really shit against that. They're like, technically it's not pornography, so I can't really do anything here. We're just having a grand old time. Sitting here with this premium stuff. Although actually I don't remember. Does anyone remember actually if Twitch enforces like a morality clause? And then like the sense that a streamer cannot have a premium Snapchat or any sort of like adult entertainment link there. Hey, thank you for the biddies, my dude. Maybe one day the anti-sav rain will come down. Oh, if he wants premium Snapchat, you got to go over to Cam Soda where I stream every night at 5 PM. There you can see my premium Snapchat code, and you can see me feeds. Holy fuck, this thing's gonna die. Ram it, ram it, ram it. For some reason this thing wasn't actually registering. Jesus Christ. It's refusing to target us. We're right in front of you, ramming you, you little ass. Oh my fucking god. Very degenerate. Hey, you're the one watching us, so what does that say about you? Oh god. Literally, we are all built. Why are we losing at normal raids so fucking much? Now I've wasted, like, what's 4 times 5? So, what, wasted 200 fuel? 200 fuel. And I got, like, no plastic from all of this. Fuck. Look at that, Dove Devader. Look at that. You've cheered over 100 biddies on this channel. That's pretty fucking sick. Although, actually, am I allowed to change that bit icon to reflect that? Because honestly, that wouldn't be a bad idea to try. Just put little ears on the bit icon. I could see that working. Although, I don't know. I feel like I actually have to be a pretty big channel to actually be able to alter that. Oh, that's right. I can change the loyalty badges, but no one even uses those, so that's fine. And I can change the emotes. I know that. And subscription names, but no one even does that. Ah, cheer badges. Am I allowed to actually change those? Yeah, I can actually change those. Yeah, that's actually pretty fucking sick. Nice. That's actually pretty fucking sick. I love how the bit range goes all the way to 5 million bits. Like, who the fuck is donating 5 million bits? Like, I'm just trying to think, how much money would that be? 5 million bits. That would be... it's 2 decimal places over. Why am I having a hard time putting this in my head? 5,500,000. So would it be $50,000? $50,000 to actually get 5 million bits? I also add the money I gave you from the YouTube Premium. Oh yeah, the YouTube Premium. I actually wonder, do I still get any money for that? Since I don't have monetization enabled on my channel, But the thing is that that thing technically should theoretically go to any content creator you watch. So if a small channel that didn't have monetization was getting a shitload of ad revenue through what the fuck was it? Through, why am I drawing a blank to this? Through YouTube Red, through YouTube Premium, you'd still technically be able to do it. Now I want to go to analytics here. I'll stay on classic. I just want to see if that YouTube Premium is still actually kicking here. Yeah, no, they don't give me any of the money for the YouTube Premium. Oof. They do say there was like 1 cent here and there, but no. There is no data for this activity range. Oof. Oh, what's up there, my Russian dude? Let me change that here. Hey, nice to see you too. Hi to Uncle. Hey, even so, I don't understand you, but like the Yandex translator to help. I have no idea what that was supposed to be. But I do appreciate you coming by and supporting, even though you may not be able to understand. That's nice. It's always nice to have the international community join in. Randomly, but nicely. Let's see if we can actually, yeah. Thanks for coming by. It is always nice to hear the sounds of my communist brothers. Let's see if this works.
Спасибо, что зашли. Всегда приятно слышать звуки моих братьев-коммунистов.
Comunista. I'm not even sure what the fuck that even said anything. I was up there, Salt. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Well, it's not that big of a car, to be honest. It's actually a fairly lightweight car, meant to be really fast, but it's kind of a mixed bag. I actually... No, that was Russian, that wasn't even Spanish. Russia, greatest fellow countryman. Hey, you know, it's funny. That actually translated at least decently well with Google Translate. Alright, let's try to flip this thing down. And no, I don't speak any Spanish. I took Spanish in in high school, but that was like so many fucking years ago. Don't remember a lick of it. Here, I'm gonna need to get rid of you as well and flop in the big old fucking G. There we go. Just slap that in. And actually, you can go to an exchange. You can go ahead and slap your head right in there. There we go. Well, so your mom's from Argentina. Nice, nice. That's actually strange. I've been seeing a lot of people from Argentina. Although I guess really the only one I've seen from Argentina is like David Pacman and that. A duck on Russian, know how you. I have no idea. Come on, I literally have no idea what that said. I was talking about a duck, and I have no idea what it's supposed to be referencing to. I know how to use the Google Translator. Oh, you'll just see. Best way to speak across the lines. But it's clear now, the... Alright. I'll say, I like your car. Thank you, my dude. I spent a whole 5 minutes building it. And then mangling it so that I could actually go very fast. But now since I got rid of those tracks, I might as well just do something a tad bit smaller. So I want to go ahead and get rid of all you. Let's put on some of these big boys. Ooh, good. So put you here. And let's pinch you in nice and close. Kind of like that. And then we can do twin wheels up front. We have to move this up one here, actually. And I still don't have enough tonnage for this. I may have to actually use a non-steering wheel here. Yeah, you'll get there. It takes a while to get a big car. Big car is a symbol of wealth and prestige. An achievement to be taken over lifetimes. I might need to bump out this space slightly. The issue is that I need to slap in a fuel barrel in here. And another fuel barrel in here. So then I only have one space for frames on each side. How much do I have to donate for you to stream Minecraft? Yeah, no. I mean, I don't know. It's just right now I'm in like that crossout binge. So I'm not sure if I'd really go to Minecraft unless I was really, really fucking bored. Like, it'd have to be an inordinate amount of magnitudes. You gotta be on that James Charles level there. Oh, damn it, I got part access to. Yeah, that's good. You gotta be content with what you can make. Here we go. So I think if I actually wanted to make this thing work, I'm gonna have to use... I mean, I could use non-standard wheels too. But what I'm most likely gonna have to use... Ooh, could I do that? No, I can't. I'm gonna have to use regular wheels. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think that's what you said, right? Damn, okay. So still not even remotely enough power. Jesus Christ, okay. How about that? There we go. That's enough power. But this thing is gonna slowly turn. This thing is gonna have very little speed on it. Here, and peel that back. And what are you? 4x6. Why don't we slap you out to be the big wheel? And then another steering wheel. Shit. Okay. I could actually throw on a tiny wheel there. All of Felix's Minecraft videos are getting at least 15 million views on each one, though. Yeah, but that dude is, you know, a multi-millionaire with more subscribers than I could even begin to dream of. I mean, the dude's like, what, at 90 million or some shit like that? Dude's ridiculously stacked. And he's gonna be like that forever. I'll say he was originally getting like only 4 to 5 million views, but that dude has changed it now for him. Here we go, though. I think we should be okay, actually. Yeah, I'll say the turning's okay. It's a little bit wonky. It seems to have like an exponential turning speed, where it's like really good at some points. And look at that, look at that speed, though. 98 million, holy fuck. Nearly 100 million people, nearly a third of the entire US country could be watching that one dude. Pretty epic. All gamers, Johnny Sins needs your credit card number. Donate today. Quien habla español? Quien no habla español, por favor? The only thing I even know how to say is lavarse mi dormitoria en 2 horas, por favor. And that's just because I had maids in Florida I needed to talk to, and I was like, hey, can you clean my room? And they're like, ¿qué? And I'm like, lavarse mi dormitoria? I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. I'm more than certainly like, this guy is just like a fucking idiot. He returns to Skyward War and sub-gained from his Minecraft series. Imagine how much Nakulu paid to sponsor him. I was saying, anyone that sponsors Felix would have to be giving him an inordinate amount of cash. I like your Spanish. It's great because I only know that one phrase. I literally only know that one phrase. I think we should be okay with this. We're sub 8K without actually really having to do much with this thing. I don't know Spanish because I'm a disappointment to my parents. Well, we don't... The issue is with the American education system when it comes to, like, foreign languages is that no one gives a shit. because we have an expectation of the rest of the world speaking our language. So like there's no drive for many people to even learn a second language unless they're going into a field that's like doing business in foreign countries. And even then, that's still very fucking rare. Very fucking rare. Honestly, I feel like it's more common to be like Spanish speaking, or not Spanish, Chinese. Makara's level 21. Yeah, it's not too bad, you're getting there. I mean, the thing is though, even once you reach level 30, the start of the game, it's pretty much just when the game's starting. Because at that point, you get full build potential, and you can start making some pretty intricate builds at that point. And then the game kind of starts over again once you manage to get every part from all the factions. Like if you get like a decent amount of stockpiles there, ooh, it could work. So this card looks a little bit weirdly spaced out, where there's just a bunch of holes here, where I feel like more tires should be. But at the same time, I really don't have a lot of tires to stack in there. I mean, I guess I could stack in... What power score is my Leviathan? It's currently 24,000. So not too high, but it's something. I mean, English is the most popular language. Objectively best language. I mean, to some degree, yeah, because it does have the highest proliferation to, like, the most countries. But I think by volume, I think, like, Spanish, Portuguese, and Chinese outweigh us all. But at the same time, it's like a bunch of international businesses all speak English, because if you're wanting to do anything business-wise, you basically have to deal with the USD money. What is your Leviathan? It's a mostly machine gun Leviathan with, in the center of it, in the center of this big beefy chunk in here, is a bunch of sidekicks. So we have a bunch of aspects on here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with a protector and an equalizer. And then we have a humpback in the center with a bunch of large wheels everywhere. Oh yeah, then we got 2 tacklers in the back as well. And this is the most spoken language. By population or by, like, proliferation to other countries? I'll say it's not that bad of a car. I kind of liked it. Here. And what if I do... Oh, shit. Still doesn't quite work. And of course, you're not going to redo it too, aren't you? Alright, then I understand. Never mind, Mandarin is slightly lower. Yeah, I was going to say, Mandarin is going to be slightly higher, just because of how much those people breed. Yeah, by volume of speakers. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But like I said, that's all basically concentrated into that one country. Barely anyone else speaks Mandarin outside of it, unless they're trying to do business. But even then, that may be changing, considering all the tariffs that we keep imposing on China is just royally fucking over their businesses right now. All going into panics. Yeah, PS4 is way different than what I hear on PC. Got a lot weirder systems to work with. I think we'll actually work here. It's English and then Mandarin. Interesting. Let me take a look here. Most popular languages. So it's Mandarin 1.1, English at 9.3, and then Hindustani, Spanish, Arabic, Malaysian, Russian, Bengali. Interesting. So it's literally like another 400 million people, and then you just get India. So literally it's just because Mandarin is in the largest country, and then Hindustani is because it's India. And then after that, it's the Middle East entirely. Interesting. English boys. And I'll say, nothing's even close. It's basically double the size. Man, it's okay then. And I'll say that Chinese one may be going down, considering the fact that Chinese are having a hard time reproducing right now. So maybe going down even further. And it's just a weird language when compared to everyone else's languages. Like, Chinese have a hard time learning anything of a Western language because they're just so, like, staggeringly different. Spanish, Latin, and American is not too bad. pretty well diverse there. Holy fuck, that's a lot of clans. Hopefully this thing doesn't get ass blasted in 2 seconds. But right now I'm just staying in the back. I definitely do like the speed of this thing. But look at that though, it's all spiders and leviathans. Oh, and a short-range mandrake build here to instantaneously clap cheeks. And languages that use a lot of symbols to represent characters instead of having a combination of like a select set of characters. Like it's such a weird and clunky system that reminds me of hieroglyphics. Oh, there's Astalion again. I swear I always manage to see the dude. Here, hover build. Y'all didn't see shit. Rude of you. Wow, he took out 2 wheels. And of course. What he doing with the fight here? I'm not even sure what the fuck that's supposed to be. I'm not even sure where that came from. Fuck. Back that shit up. Oh, that's right though. You can't reverse fast in regular old wheels. Hey, don't worry about your guns. Those don't need to exist at all. Yeah, the issue is those are all Prometheuses. And those bad boys hurt. I'm doing the thing with M&M's where you smash the 2 together and then you eat the one that cracks first. Until you found the strongest M&M of them all. I don't know, when it comes to things like that, it's actually not the strongest. But whether or not you don't have that target strength that accidentally crushes both of them together in 2 seconds. Let's see, is he all Prometheuses? Because I wouldn't be surprised. Those weapons are really good for low clubbing. Because they do so much damage, especially if you get a... if you get like a... I want to say if you get a macro, and you just do that where you can have it perfectly left click. Those are so good to have. A delicious follow. Maybe. You are the strongest M&M. I suppose... Thank you for the follow, my dude. Of course, everyone gets that 34-second follow animation. Huh? Because the youth of society. Ah. Ninja has ascended to the next level. Hey, what's up there? How you doing? Move away there, little boy. And it's just that President's Day at the very end is the icing on the fucking cake. I'll just say, the day when I even get remotely popular is the day I'm going to have to remove that thing instantaneously. Because I'm going to get accused of bullying Ninja. I'll say, they make popular streamers take down their emotes if they're even remotely referencing controversies. You didn't see shit. Nice. Good job, everybody. Teamwork there. Handshakes all around. Circle jerk. I like the Minecraft. I'm not even sure what these questions are. All the chocolate is sold from my sister melted, I am sad. You heinous thing. Stealing candy from such a baby. Ooh, damn, this ass is getting blasted. Hey, see, look at that. They're just all going straight for my cabin. I feel so neglected right now. I'll say Minecraft? Yeah, I mean, Minecraft ain't too bad of a game. I used to play it a shitload back in, like, 2015, 2014. Used to play a shitload of it then. Played like Tekken Minecraft. I thought that was the shit. Making your own factory. Oh my god. My sister is literally 7 years older than me. Still stealing from a baby. Because being 7 years older than like a 7-year-old, you're still only 14. Still a baby. A baby. But Tekken Minecraft, gotta say, funnest fucking thing to do. I know they changed Minecraft a little bit since I've been there, but not actually too much. I mean, compared to all the things I had to learn for Tekken. Although to be fair, Tekken was so easy to do because you could convert anything into anything else. So I used to be able to do infinite blaze rod factories, and I just made so much from them. I no speak Spanish. Mi no habla español. Let's see. What are the other things I know to say? Es muy tarde. And the only thing that even means is I'm very late. You'll be okay. Just sit there and go down there. Bash me a little bit. You'll be fine. We'll play Sky Factory. Maybe. Maybe. I said, there's a lot of things I could do, but I don't know, I'm really on the Minecraft binge. That I have to figure out how to get back into my old account. Back into my old account that used to be named very similarly to my actual channel name. Hey, you're getting there. You sat there and possessed treasures no one could even be heard of. Damn bastards. It's like RimWorld in the sky. Yeah, it looks actually pretty good there. Because I have no idea what that says. And be very good. You will need that. I don't even say. I Google translated that to English and it's like, what the fuck are you saying? Let's say, when it comes to those Google translations, unless you're using like a perfect no slang Spanish or English whatsoever, at that point, you kind of are able to actually understand. But if you start even using any remote terms or any sort of metaphors or similes, it basically just becomes fucking impossible to understand what people are saying. No, you shouldn't have gone off there. You could have won. Keep firing, you may work yourself. Maybe, though, I might have to consider. Oh, that's cute. That's adorable. It's like an actual convoy, like a mini convoy. And he has a little crate on his back, full of grenadiers. Cute. Do you like... No. I'm going to say no to that question. Do I like semen? You know, I'm not particularly fond, to say the least, of that idea. Even though translate isn't perfect, it's really taken for granted. I was going to say, having the ability to instantly translate, like, Spanish-speaking chats sometimes, or Russian-speaking chats, is really useful. The issue is that the technology is just not good enough to actually translate, you know, phrases that are slightly slang and not perfect sentences. So it's kind of a different thing. Telling someone for 20 years ago, and they would believe it. You still get the idea, though. To a certain degree. Still has a long way to go, but I feel like translation development has just kind of stagnated. I mean, hell, the incorporation of AI into actually properly translating sentences that contain slang or weird spellings into actual proper English. That's gonna be like the next fucking tier. God damn, that hurt. Ooh, shit. Okay, I'm gonna go up. Yeah, they wouldn't believe it. I was like, 20 years ago, much different fucking time. Back in the days of... I'm not even trying to think. Like, that would have been during the days of Bill Clinton. That motherfuckers, they just invented internet back then. I gotta go. Just keep moving the back up. They'll be just fine. I mean, 20 years ago, goddamn. A lot of things have changed. But at the same time, I also haven't been keeping track of it, so like I have no idea at the same time too. I always have just been living in that moment. Sort of like me, I guess really even in my time, going from the days of the Nintendo 64 and going from 16-bit graphics to all the way up to playing the Lara Croft series with 4K HDR on... Holy shit, you are melting my HP. Did 1,000 damage in like 2 seconds. This stream and other platform, it's currently on YouTube. I was going to say it was on Mixer, but no, I completely disconnected from Mixer. Mixer's having a bunch of weird API issues with Twitch or Restreamia right now. How old are you? You don't know that. Hey, you may never will. Maybe at some point I might feel comfortable divulging that, but nah. Nah. I keep that information on lock and key. Keep that shit in a group. You gonna fire upon me? Come on. Hit me, honey. That was not even remotely close, but I appreciate the effort. So, not sure why a dude like that is real fucking close. Come on, sleep through. Yeah, boy! Fuck. It's like 12,000 damage. Doesn't want to tell us because he's a boomer. I like Fortnite, yes, no, yeah, no. I do not like Fortnite by any fucking metrics. Yeah, Mixer used to be called Beam. It's a streaming platform owned by Microsoft. They kind of use it and put it on their consoles like Xbox. But the thing is, that platform is still super new and has very little people in actually like on the platform itself. And there's not really a whole lot of ways for people to earn money on Mixer. So it's really, really hard for people to actually even like justify going over there, because it's like, I can go over to Mixer, but I'm more than likely not going to be able to earn shit. And there's like no integrated donation features either. I say that, I think there actually has been one. Interesting, Salt. Thank you for sharing, but I'm not quite sure if I wanted to know about that at all. There's all this one guy in Mixer, that Phil Spencer's mom. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, when it went on there, the top streamer was like some fucking Fortnite streamer, and he had like 300 viewers. And I think at minimum, I was trying to read what their partnership program requirements were for Mixer a while ago, and it's like, you gotta have an average of 2,500 viewers, and I'm thinking, bitch, you're not even remotely even in the position to be asking for such high numbers. Like, during that time, the highest person on there was like 100 people. Goddamn, these bots are good. I gotta stop backing up. I always keep thinking it's gonna be a good way to actually move, but nope. Oh shit, keep moving. Yeah, these bots just melted me down. Gunning you down, earning 1,000,000 fucking points per game. Ever hear what happened to Grant Thompson? Yeah, I did hear about that. He just recently retired from YouTube after making an extremely successful YouTube channel. And then he just gets beamed in a fucking paragliding accident. God. It's gotta fucking suck. And he was so young too. He was only like 40 years old. Dude was like a baby in the grand scale of things. I used to watch him all the time. I never really watched him at all. Wow, I didn't even earn enough points for that fucking mode. Alright, I'm gonna wait for that thing to go on for a hot second so I don't get mashed with him. I'd rather not deal with seal clubbers right now. I tried to recreate his homemade flamethrower. Ooh, damn. Yeah, I was gonna say, might be a little bit sketchy. Could potentially work. Oh, fuck, I'm still dealing. At least he's on my team. At least I can deal with the seal clubbing. I'll say, I'd be too sketched out about making my own flamethrower. I feel like I'd always be the person that would want to just buy like one of Tesla's flamethrowers, or do the ghetto flamethrower where you duct tape a lighter, a Zappa lighter, to a can of bug spray, and you just let that shit rip. You gotta love that distance on that equalizer. Strangely really high range. I stopped watching his channel after he retired a few years back. Because let's say it's kind of hard keeping a channel super relevant. Let's say a retirement like that, unless you have a really built up dedicated viewer base to a certain new host, it's not gonna happen. Like, those type of hosts have to be weaned in over many years. I mean, I was just listening to like a Linux Tech Tips video where he was talking about how he had to wait multiple years to get everyone to actually appreciate people like Andy. Fucking oof. And he just killed me because I was on fire. Hey, what's up there, Raven? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Not that the new hosts were bad or anything, they kind of were though. I mean, the issue is, unless you kind of like mimic the energy and personality type of the original host, you're going to have a mass exodus of the original crowd. But you might have some people who stick around just because the loyal hosts might. That's still kind of sketchy. Although sometimes you make it lucky, you actually have a host and it strangely ends up being a kind of actually decent replacement. Kind of still, though, a little bit more on the rare side. I don't know, I was going through their videos, though, and their videos were just kind of like, meh. Like, they were putting a floatable, couch down the river and calling it good, or buying a bunch of spray can foam and making a chair out of it, like... Okay, who's watching that? Paris looks so paraglider excellent. Feels bad, man. It's definitely true. It's definitely sad when you have a bunch of YouTubers lose their life. I mean, very lost, I think, Etika this year. And that's not pretty... That's just sad altogether because of his situation. And now this dude. It is just strange. High-end YouTubers disappearing. Although, I'm actually surprised. I'm surprised we didn't see more YouTubers pass away, but I guess the issue is too that a lot of them are also super young. Give it like 30 more years. And get the elder YouTubers. Let's say, use hooks and meat grinders. Oof. Yeah, so you can basically just be the giant maw. Absorb people into the side of your car and call it good. It could work. Goddamn, though. Cars like that instantaneously blowing up because fire penetrates the entirety of the vehicle. They used to be a lot more extreme, though. Like flamethrowers and aluminum forges. Yeah, I did notice that. When I was watching that dude when he used to walk around, he was like using a smelter and melting things and being a little bit more extreme. Like nowadays, it looks like they are just pumping out content every day and calling it good. Let me take a look at their channel. I mean, it's far from me to be critical of a channel, but the King of Random, second search result, dead. Hilarious. I'll say, the dude's still making bank though, because look at that. And interesting, he has a video dedicated to whether or not Coke will become candy. Yeah, but look at this. I guess they stopped that kind of stuff because dangerous stuff gets demonetized. I mean, it depends. I know some channels like Tau Mouse who do a bunch of gun videos related to like weird and wacky bullets. They were getting demonetized, but since they're on a firing range, they're not dangerous, so they're kind of good. I just hope the J Station doesn't milk his death for views. J Station doesn't milk his death for views. I have no idea. Oh yeah, J Station. That right. He was that fuckstick who. Yeah, that's right. This was the fuckstick who tried to I'll profit off of Etika's death. Yeah, see, look, and then he made fucking 3 videos out of this whole thing. And then just goes back to making everything. Getting like 600,000 views, 400,000 views for every single time. Yeah. Yeah, I remember this dude. You just gotta give it though. Maybe he might not try to do it because he's gonna be concerned about whether or not it's considered bullying. But yeah, it looks like this is definitely a video a day channel. Can you fix a plate with milk? Vacuum packing humans. Yeah, same. I guess it kind of makes sense though, because this is a King of Random channel. Can you break a can? Oh yeah, and it's just kind of like Mythbusters in a way. Yeah, decent channel. I'll say the dude's still doing well though, but I'm actually kind of curious what their Social Blade stats have been. I'll say random, because I want to kind of see what they have been doing for like the past month. Yeah, so he had a wife, 2 kids. I'll say the dude's rough. It kind of reminded me of the day when Yodi Slaya died. I said that dude is just like, what? The dude's fucking dead? Are you kidding me? Because like the dude was fine prior, but then it's just like, oh yep, he died today randomly due to a drunken accident. And it's like, oh fucking, and his kids were left behind too, and those kids were uber fucking young, and his wife didn't know what to do with it. So they did a charity live stream trying to raise college money for the kids. And I remember that happening, and then that channel went completely dormant at that point. He seemed like a great bloke, though. Yeah, let's say the dude, by all means, was probably a great dude. I didn't really see anything about it. I know Cody's Lab has made a few videos on his death, talking about Grant Thompson. His first video just kind of being a raw reaction, and the second one being a little bit more explaining their background. I don't know, if he keeps making more videos, though, about this, it's going to be a little bit weird. No, actually, his channel hasn't stagnated at all. His channel's actually doing pretty good. He's getting a couple of thousand a day, even before the accident, and millions of views still. That's it. At least his family will be well taken care of, though, because his family is going to be he's going to be earning hundreds of $1,000s a year, at least, as long as his channel keeps up the same. Not bad. That's good, though. At least his family's going to be taken care of. If you don't know who I'm talking about, though, Yodi Slaya. This dude. He used to have a massive channel, nearly 1 million, back when Borderlands 2 was back in its heyday. This used to be this dude's, like, bread and butter. It looks like they took down all of the videos regarding to all his videos regarding the charity and the stuff he did for his kid. Yeah, same. Oh, it wasn't his... No, the dude probably still owned the channel, and he was probably a manager of it. However, he probably didn't do any of, like, the creative stuff regarding, like, making or hosting videos. And I'm more than certain the dude is probably still getting fat stacks of cash from that channel. But that's good, though. It'll help his family out. But yeah, this dude right here, he didn't have anything like that. He was just an independent creator, just coming on the rise, and then DUI gets blasted in a tree, I think. Pokemon Sword and Shield? No, this is just Borderlands 2. A lot of Borderlands 2. He did a couple of, I think, Call of Duty Zombies maps, but I don't know. He did a lot of good stuff here, and he had a decent amount of views for every video, with some videos spiking over a couple 100,000, but this dude was cranking out content and still getting there. It's sad, because when he passed away, I was like, what? Like, I was legitimately more baffled, but now that's happening more and more often, I'm kind of like, I don't want to say numb to it, but I just kind of see it as like inevitability. Imagine if his YouTube, say, lasts 50 years or so, the amount of old dead content would be strange. I mean, there still is a lot of old dead content to think about it. Like, I was just on Yodi Slay's channel. That dude's videos, he's dead. He's legitimately dead. He's fucking gone. And yet there's hundreds of videos on there of him talking about, you know, his community responding, and it's just weird to hear a dead man talk. It's just weird. Yeah, I definitely imagine it'd be interesting with Etika, since he was a very jubbly and lively character. Imagine any sort of thing with him would have been much more decimating. Oh, your thoughts on that game? Pokemon Sword and Shield. I haven't played any of the games, actually, to be honest. The last game I played was the Y and Z, was it Y and Z? Y and X? I played those games on the 3DS, but after that, I really haven't been keeping track of the series. The last game I really poured my time into was Pokemon Platinum, and that game was pretty sick in my mind. I love farming for Giratina. Awesome, awesome game. But I don't know, looks fairly decent. I do like the fact they're kind of expanding a little bit more with it. Although I'm trying to remember, wasn't there a controversy? Oh yeah, they're doing like the weird mega expanding Pokemon again too, which just seems weird to me. Kind of seems like a weird niche tactic to kind of like jazz things up, but yeah, might be interesting. I'll have to say about it. X and Y was great. Yeah, I didn't really play it too intensely though. That was the issue. I only played it sparingly, and then strangely enough, my brother stole my fucking 3DS, and he started playing it religiously. And it's just like, well, guess I got fucking nothing to do now. I used to love playing Emerald. Ooh, fucking god. Dude is gone. Why does this thing keep violently flipping to one side? Fuck out of here, whirlwind building. No one loves you. Thing actually hurts from this distance. I was watching his last stream one day, and a week later he's dead. Yeah, it's weird like that. It's like never something you would expect to happen. It's just like one day you wake up, it's just like, oh yeah, your favorite content creator? Oh, he's gone. Like, what? What? The only time I was really ever expecting it was with Total Biscuit. I was really only expecting him to pack up and leave, and that's only just because, I mean, his cancer prognosis was known for a very, 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 very long time. It was like a 4-year process with that dude. And it's like by the end of it, you're just kind of like already resigned to that fate. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's gonna be kind of hard for us to be like really strongly affected by something like that. Going back into Pokemon in general. And I'll say, I wouldn't mind getting back into Pokemon. The issue is, I just don't want to spend like $400, $500 on Nintendo products just to play Pokemon, especially considering that like none of the other games really interest me, nor do I want to spend like an ungodly amount of money getting back into that. Not to mention that I tend to be playing and spending a lot on the PC anyway. Like I spent a lot on getting a 4K monitor, plus I got a GTX 1080. So that right there is like $700, so that's going to be my total spending for like the entire fucking year. Although I've had I think I have my GT 1080 for like 10 years now. None of that, please. None of that ain't helping that, boy. Emulate adapt overcome. Yeah, let's say if you use illegal emulators, then you can start messing with it. Like I think I used an emulator for Pokemon Emerald for a while, but the only issue is my... What the fuck? Did anyone else just see those things glitch out and not register anything? I don't know where the fuck they're coming from. Wait, I used to play Emerald on my phone all the time. Shit was lit. Because it used to be super cheap to actually get an emulator. It's like 20 bucks. Or not 20 bucks, like $2. But that was on my old, like, HTC... I want to say that was on my old HTC One, where the HTC One actually had those, like, really cool front-firing speakers, so they could actually, like, have something in your hands while playing it. And it actually sounded pretty good, too. That I kind of liked. And it was a very aluminum case, too. So my HTC One, even though I dropped that thing like a motherfucker, that thing was a brick shithouse. Like, my god, that thing was so durable. It actually kind of hurt me turning it in. Then I got this phone right here, the Samsung Note 5. But I mean, this thing's a beast too. Even though it's all glass, this thing's lasted me like 5 years. Of course, I've broken the back and front screen, but I mean, this thing's not shaving any glass. It still works perfectly fine. I mean, I could replace this glass on it. The digitizer and LCD are all fine, but it's like either a laborious process or I pay $200 to replace the screen. And at that point, I buy a new phone. Citroen, there's a video on it. I'll have to look it up at some point. I'll say right now, though, I'm just kind of in that crossout binge. I don't know, I might, though. I might start thinking about that and going back to the days of Game Boy Advanced. Oh, that'd be fucking awesome. I'll say the Nintendo DS ones are a little bit more sketchy. Interesting name. Rape. I'm surprised it's actually even allowed. Oh, I guess I noticed it allow Ass Stallion too. Russian game developers didn't probably give a shit. There you go. Move along there, Blumpkin. I'll have to get involved in that at some point. I don't know, there's just a lot of things in gaming right now that I could be involved in, but at the same time there's like a huge adoption curve. Like people saying Breath of Wild was like the best game this, you know, century or something like that. But to get a Nintendo Switch and actually buy that, it's just like, and then spend, you know, hundreds of hours. It's just like, am I really in the market right now for such a large commitment? Because I came off playing, what was that one game? Playing Elder Scrolls Online for a long time. And kind of being a little bit, kind of commitment fatigued with it. Like, I want to be committed to a game like that at the same time. But the issue is, too, those games that require commitment are often just kind of disappointing in the end. Like, I loved Elder Scrolls Online, but then that game just kind of refused to develop any further. Like, the game used to have, like, a pretty sweet, like, projection curve, like, back in 2014, when they were showing off their, development plans for 2014 and beyond. Like, they had a lot of shit planned, and it looked really fucking interesting. They even had spellcrafting on the planning block right now, but then they kind of dunked away, had to change their whole payment structure system, which then basically decimated their earning potential. Yeah, why don't you just stand right there? Beautiful job here. We're all good now. Yeah, just keep on let him sit right there. You'll be Gudapesh. Ooh, 1 second. Let me pick you up. So this game is interesting to get into because of all the factions and unlockables. I'll say there's definitely a huge wealth of content in this game right now. And there certainly is a lot of ways to be creative and express yourself. But you kind of find it to actually be rewarding in its own way. That's why I'm kind of like a big fan of this game. What does the hashtag say, Fen? It was a shitpost back from my Elder Scrolls Online days. Because there was this popular forum post. Because I actually participated in the forums pretty intensely. And one of the posts was trying to actually figure out how tall Fen was. And like his actual height was like something absurd, like 5 feet. And I was actually kind of bothered by it a little bit, so that actually became a small meme. That he was always pissed too. That was back in his heyday when he used to be like angry Fen, but now he's become kind of more chill Fen. Love Fengrestro. He's a good dude. The dude's actually done really fucking well. Also, people don't try super hard. They do try super hard if you get into clan wars. Although I guess only kind of. Honestly, I do pretty well in clan wars and I try to win pretty often. My teammates, when they go without me, it's a little bit rougher. Also, congrats on the views in that video. Thank you, my dude. The thing is, though, that video is actually not my most popular one by a long shot. Here, let me log on to my old YouTube account here. I used to have an old YouTube account that I long since abandoned due to being doxxed on it. But I did have... Oh, interesting. They took away that account. Interesting. Why was that account taken off? Weird. It signed out of my account. Why the fuck is that? So if your opinion's changed about the elk mount, fuck no. My opinion on that has stayed exactly the same. Cash grab, low quality piece of shit. That's funny too, because they actually had a forum post about it, and they responded saying, "Oh, we couldn't actually add the things like the leather straps or the handbags due to the unique structure of the elk mount." Like, bull fucking shit. You just didn't want to model it because you're fucking lazy. And you wanted to earn as much profit as possible. That's the thing with free-to-play games, too. Free-to-play games having to rely on cosmetics to progress their game, so progression just comes at a freaking snail's pace. Alright, let me see if I can get into my old YouTube account. And I can show you that old video. Oh, does it automatically just log me in? Sweet. Yeah, done. Was it telling me, did you just log in there? Yeah, I just signed in. Don't worry, my dude. Here we go. Oh, wow. I'm still getting subscribers on this channel? That's blowing my fucking mind. Yeah, that's me. Don't you worry. Oh, yeah. The day when I used to play Starbound. And what do you mean is this? Oh yeah, Twitter. My old Twitter account used to be here too. Yeah, so here's my old channel. My Pandaren friends used to sit in here. Oh yeah, the Sneaky Melon Gang. That used to be my old Minecraft buddies. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's doing Xeno now. We used to do a lot of Minecraft on here. Yeah, that's right. See, back before the days you had to get like a certain subscriber milestone before you could actually have YouTube thumbnails. Oh yeah, was this one when I was in?
What is up?
Oh my fucking god. That audio quality. Look at that shit. Oh god, this is so nostalgic for me. I remember his computer was a piece of shit. So his audio and video quality was always crap. I'm just trying to remember where it is with me. Like at some point I was with him. But I'm trying to remember. The blooper montage. Was it this one? I remember there had to be some video where I was actually involved. Feed the beast. God. It's honestly bringing out some nostalgia here. And just look at this. This is in real time too. Literally, this dude is like getting 5 frames in Minecraft. Because his PC was that shit. It legitimately was that shit. Where is he? You're like old Skype videos too. Oh god. Perfecting Skyblock. Yeah, I don't know where I can actually find myself in here. Oh, well, I'm getting distracted. But yeah, I had an old video. And as you can see, got 148,000 views. This shit blew up back in the day. And it was an actually fairly popular video too. I had over 90% like ratio on this thing. Shit was good. And it was an actual grind. Like, it was a new thing that I figured out how to do. Was a methodhood. Yeah, I used to say methodhood instead of method. I said methodhood for so long. Please do more vids. Yeah. This really works. Can I add you on Steam? A more innocent day in YouTube comments. A way more innocent day. My god. I actually have a lot more videos. Recent activities, I'm not sure what the fuck that's there. I actually have a lot more videos on this channel. They're just all locked behind. Maybe nope, not that one. Your channel. Let's see, does it not have the analytics? Oh yeah, that's right, they force you to go to YouTube Studio Beta. I'll say this thing has way more videos on it than you actually think. There is hundreds of, I wouldn't say hundreds of thousands, but there's 109 videos on this channel. It's a pretty popular channel. Did a lot of actual, whatchamacallit, did a lot of videos on League of Legends, Starbounds, even Titanfall 2, yeah, that's right. That's right, I even did Life is Fuel for a hot second. I actually used to like that thing too. Honestly hope that you are happy. It is a nostalgia trip for me right now. Back in the day where I just uploaded to YouTube to... I don't want to say get famous, but it was definitely a different time of YouTube. A weird time, man. Weird time. Oh yeah, literally, this thing. I remember this. This shit, I didn't even realize was recorded on a... I forgot that it was not recording my actual microphone. I played the whole game without recording on proper audio and then uploaded it to YouTube without ever fixing it. So if you actually hear me, it's actually really, really fucking quiet. Like, seriously. Like, you can't fucking hear me. You legitimately cannot fucking hear me. They're trying their best there, man. Oh my fucking god. And I didn't even realize till like I uploaded like the 7th episode that was like, oh yeah, the audio is shit. Cause like it was recording on a like little shitty $5 Kodak camera, web camera that I bought from like a Walgreens at the time. And it had a built-in camera, but it was so far away and it was such a shitty camera that you basically got nothing. And as you can see though, a lot of my videos barely got any views, any traction whatsoever. A lot of weird stuff back then that was accepted. Hey, look at this. League of Legends with. I literally had the exact same type of titling for every single one of my videos. Oh yeah, and here's Tech It Minecraft. Tech It time. Now, was this me just liking my own videos? Shut the fuck up. Yep, it was me liking my own videos. Comments not supported on private videos. Oh, the days. Fucking days, man. Sitting there baking 1,000 cakes in my rudimentary house, making rubber. Beautiful. Yes, this was back in the days when I used to play Tekkit. It's actually a pretty fucking sick game. I'm gonna try to sleep now. Alright, my dude, thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I also probably should get to sleep too. It is like 2 in the fucking morning for me. Real fucking late. But yeah, definitely an old series. What the fuck even was this?
Well guys, we finally did it. We have finally done it. We have reached a total of 52 subscribers. I mean, wow. I mean, that is such an achievement from our previous...
Yeah. Yeah. God, that hurts to listen to. I start school in a week and have to get back to a normal sleep schedule, yeah. It definitely is that time. Actually, really? In a week? So you're starting school in like August 6th? That's real fucking early. Honestly, back in my day, it was way, way fucking later. Like, you had to wait until like after September. It was like September 10th is when a lot of people started around us. Damn. You basically got shafted a whole month. Yeah, I can just hear the retainer in your voice. I actually never had a retainer. Never had a retainer. I just had a really kind of nasally voice and a really shitty Logitech webcam. Or not webcam, headset with the microphone. Like literally that $10 headset with the microphone that everyone still uses. I was using that to record YouTube videos. Oh god. I'll say. And I've had this microphone for a long fucking time now. This laughs in upstate New York. Yeah, I was gonna say I've had this thing for like 5 or so years now, but I was still even recording Minecraft videos even with this microphone. And my audio quality was still shit then too, because I didn't balance it. So like I was just sitting there with my microphone on all full gain, so it just kind of sounded like this all the fucking time, and it was really fucking hard to understand me. And I didn't even realize that until I started uploading like 5 or 4 videos, and they're like, Jesus Christ, this audio is shit. I really didn't pay that much attention to YouTube. I mean, back then in YouTube, you honestly could upload pretty much anything, and you were guaranteed views, kind of. Those that actually spent the time to actually make proper videos had way, way higher returns. But nowadays, like even small channels of like 500 have amazing video production quality that's just absurd. That like I could do, but the issue is too, I have to start learning how to do things like After Effects and Adobe Photoshop and all that shit. I'm just like, blur. Take a Nicholas Homeless Sire. Oh, I think you're there, Dark Matter Ruse. And shall go glorious towards the bread lines. You dirty hoe there, Adam. Disrespecting my name like that. I'll make sure to take that in there. Thank you for gloriously contributing towards the communist society. Damn it, Respera 2 rocking around in his mono scorpion build. Fucking Christ. Thing does so dirty things at this point. Hey, no, too? That's Fangirl right there too.
Safe zone here to begin with.
So you're talking about how that Fangrush video, that hashtag SafeN, that's literally his voice when he's freaking out about safe zones back in like early Imperial City days in Elder Scrolls Online. God, those were many years ago. Oh, I can't move. I know I think you got 2 different follows. Really nice of you. I was like, usually I don't stream this early. I'm usually out way later. Rude of you to be hitting me like that. Oh, thank fuck, I still have 1 steering wheel. And still have my fuel barrels limping along here in this dusty ass car. Oh, shit. You see that fuel barrel right there is about to pop. And this thing's gonna all fucking explode. Honestly, you know what I need to do? I need to change it so that that fuel barrel is placed somewhere else outside of my car. Because that thing explodes way too much. Explodes way too fucking much. You know what I also need to do? 56 HP versus 104. Honestly, maybe I should just slap this on the outside of my car. So that they just get like a shitty part like that and just whip it all the way outside. I mean, it would get instantly beamed, so let's do that. So go ahead, slap you in the back, and explodes when destroyed. I don't know what the radius is, but I'm assuming the radius is going to be a little bit large. So let's go ahead and put it all the way back there. Does it actually affect the weight distribution of this car? Yeah, nah, it's still good. But that should hopefully prevent this thing from getting beamed at least a little bit more. And with that, we can actually offset that a little bit more inside the car. Not bad. Hopefully by having that, we don't get instantly killed. Because this one usually gets popped first by a cannon shot, and then that causes a chain reaction, killing this, and then killing that, which then instantaneously kills my car. Since they're all underneath my cabin. It used to be nicer because you could only have the one fuel barrel, and that was easy to protect. But then they changed all that shit. You used to get like 20 fuel per... I think it was like 20 fuel per win, just with that tiny barrel. But then they nerfed it down to 5, and they realized, oh yeah, no one's doing PvE anymore. So then they had to quickly revert that back, and giving you the blue fuel barrel instead. Just so that PvE became that much more inconvenient to do. Honestly, ever since I started playing crossout, really everything when it came to PvP has kind of just made it more inconvenient to do. Like, it used to be able to do like 2 or 3 minute missions that gave you full rewards, and now it's been stagnated between 10 to 15 minutes with less than full rewards for the majority of them, with a very low success rate. At least they added in new missions though. We used to have a mission like where you shot down oil rigs and you had to shoot down like 10 of them within a certain amount of time. There was also one where you had to do convoy missions. There's one where you had to pick up crates. I think that was called like hit and run or some shit like that. I mean, there was a lot of interesting missions. There's only 4 types, so, and they've only really had those for the longest time. Now they actually have more with like data theft and the other variants, but they're all just slight flavor changes over the current ones. Like, there really isn't too much difference between data theft and war for fire, because they're literally just, you are protecting 2 objectives, except in one portion you have to transport a car, and a different one you have to turn on generators. And that's like the only slight variation difference there. That doesn't really make them meaningfully different. God damn, why does their bots have 3 kills? More combat effective than my entire team. You know what I could do though with this fuel barrel? I could make it a ramming stick. I could make it so that if I actually wanted to, I could just bop into somebody and it would just instantly do a little bit of damage. I'll say ramming with a fuel barrel does like 150. Oh yeah, and I see ya. I see ya. Yeah, why don't I charge up my cannons here a little bit? I'm not gonna need any of that, please. Fucking junk bows, though. It's weird facing shotgun bills because I can't really do anything about them. Because the thing is, these bad boys do so much damage to me. And then the caucuses do not have nearly enough HP for their weight. They really are just like way too fucking oversized. Wow, they already killed them that bad. Like, I want to say caucuses used to be like 800 pounds and had 900 HP, but the offset is that they're a massive gun that are really hard to build around. Nowadays, they're a massive, extremely heavy gun because they nerfed the amount of weight most cars can even carry now. And let's see, what else did they do? They also, I think, yeah, they changed how caucuses work. So instead of automatically targeting, caucuses now have to be manually aimed. And they turn really, really fucking slowly. So instead of being like this instantaneously locking on machine gun that had a lot of HP, it's now like this slow-moving turreted cannon that does a trickle of damage. It technically does about as much damage as a Spectre, but... and actually shares the exact same sound effect and gun barrels as the Spectre. However, it's, I mean, it's still pretty shit. And that's why the caucuses are barely used at all. the only reason why even the Caucasus even have a price tag right now is because you can use Caucasus to make a Cyclone. And Cyclones are, strangely enough, they've maintained like really, really good prices for no fucking reason whatsoever. Like Cyclones, sure, they can be really good if you have like pinpoint accuracy, but otherwise they're extremely large builds, really heavy, and they're really shit in clan wars. So like they're really not like the ideal weapon to utilize. Bad for your health. Here we go, just poke that out there real quickly. Like I say, as long as his blade is exposed. There we go, beautiful job. And bonk him out of here. Not bad. I'll say, they could probably change Caucasus, to be honest. Yeah, look at that. Risperis coming for me. Either because he knows me from, what's his face? Sparkplug stream. Or he knows I'm using Caucasus and that can actually kill him. Yeah, so if he hops down here, he's dead. Yeah, good luck though. Thank you for that try. Because the thing is, Caucasus do straight cabin damage, and that basically means the agility of the hovers is kind of nullified. Doesn't work on the hover tanks though. When you start dealing with hovers that have like 800 HP. Aw, you bastards. Who goes for the objective? I'll take it though. I killed Rispera with the shitty cauc build. The thing is, most Caucasus builds tend to be lightweight, fast builds using quadruple Caucasus. Because quadruple Caucasus are actually fairly effective. It's a lot of DPS, it's a lot of shielding. Thank you. My eyes will not forgive you for such heinous acts. But they do actually they do a little bit of respectable damage. I mean, the main benefit of having just like quadruple Caucasus is that the front side of your car is just so ungodly well protected. Oh, Sophia, you were so lucky you didn't get dunked into that acid. But he didn't, oh, he did get shot by Fender. Look at that, all absorbed. Rude of you, my dude, here. You don't need guns. Weird. How the fuck did I not pop in time? Like a full 7 seconds. Ah, I fucking hate using wheels for that reason. Wedging is still way too common with wheel builds. And wow, my other team did not do shit. And none of us did shit. The only one of us here that actually has a kill is fucking Helen. As long as you get your points for the round, that's all you need. And honestly, also used to be really common too, just to use lance builds in PvP, because lance builds, you could go into the fight real quickly, punch somebody, get like 40 points, leave the game instantly, and just constantly do that, and you'd be able to farm incredibly fast with that, because you'd be given full rewards once the round ended itself. So it used just to encourage you just to enter and leave in like 2 seconds. In 2 fucking seconds. It's actually kind of nice. But I think they had to stop that because people were just kind of like leaving without impunity. And it was kind of causing a very toxic environment. Where everyone was just kind of like rage quitting every 2 seconds, like, fuck this shit. Y'all are assholes. I'm running out of here. And actually, strangely, the game has actually gotten a little bit more tame nowadays. I think it's actually probably the moderators here have actually clamped down a little bit more. Kind of like how the early days of Mordhau used to have a lot of edgy shit in the comments of their actual games, but they had sense to actually restrict it quite a bit. I mean, they were actually even having an issue in this game where they were going to put on a gender switch that would allow you to see or not see other people as females, because it was supposed to be a kind of like a historical accurate, at least to some degree. Oh, douche nozzle, what are you doing there? Was that literally just a ram car? Alright. Thank you, Isa, but I'm just gonna stay here then. I'm just gonna sit here and go AFK. But they had a gender switch and a ethnicity switch so that you could potentially see only white males in this game, because it was, you know, meant to be a medieval combat game. So medieval Europe, what do you expect to see? So and they got a huge fucking backlash against like some publication outlets actually pushed a few articles talking about how like problematic that was, and they immediately fucking bowed on that position, which is hilarious because the community was like, the fuck, man? I thought we were actually going to deliver on the promises. Yeah, but like they capitulated to mob rules so fast. It's weird how companies do that. Because you have to realize, I think I heard of somewhere, it's like some statistic, but it was like 20% of people, 20% of Americans are actually on Twitter, and 80% of Twitter's tweets come from only 10% of its users. So, in that context, the vast majority of people who are like bitching online are basically habitual bitchers and really do not reflect overall public opinion nearly as well as you might think. Not nearly as well. Still, I mean, opinion on the internet still probably does matter if you're on the opinion or on the internet, you know, long term. But like, yeah, not nearly as what you'd think. Rude. Dude took off my fuel barrel. Yo, he didn't actually take it off though. I actually still got my fuel. Did anyone else see that? He rammed at the fuel barrel, popped off, but I still got my 5. I'll take it. Hey, I finally won my 3 for the day. Nah, I'm not feeling shotguns. And yeah, I'm not really going to be doing any more of these missions today. Oh, interesting. While in adventure mode, complete 20 side or group missions. Interesting. I was doing main missions. Like, I was going into adventure mode and doing like just the base modes, but that apparently does not count at all. Interesting. Yeah, see, like, I was doing that and apparently it doesn't even count. Interesting. It was counting last week, I swear. Although, strangely enough, if you want to earn a lot, an absolute fuck ton of reputation, strangely enough, getting a 25% reputation bonus, getting the flag on the back of your car, and getting subscription, and just going into that mode, and cramming out the main storyline in like 2 hours, you'll earn some 50,000 experience. It's absurd how much you can actually earn if you just cram through that main storyline. Because each storyline, when you repeat it with max reputation bonus through, you know, the 25%, that's like 1,272 reputation per mission. And it only takes you a couple minutes to do each one. So you can actually earn quite a lot of experience by doing that. And then imagine if you had the flag or the any sort of scanner bonuses going on there. I don't know why I was having a hard time saying that. God, I'm so tired. They were just, you could do that and earn so much reputation. I was kind of thinking about actually making a video about that potentially, but I'm actually waiting to buy scanner time right now. I'm not opposed to buying premium time for this game. I'm more than willing to buy a year-long subscription for this game. However, I'm going to do that when it's on sale. Because otherwise, I ain't paying like $90 up front to do that. If I can just pay 40 and get the whole thing for a year, hell fucking yeah. Why? How did my team already die? Oh, because they did a tar charge. Yeah. Never do a tar charge. And you don't know what a tar charge is. It's basically where you just ram into the enemy team, kind of going and stagnating and ultimately dying really fast. Good absolute attempt, though. And actually, it looks like we, strangely enough, might win. Here, you guys can go ahead and mess with him. Not sure how the hell the enemy team fucked that up. But I'll take it. Keep going, dude. Keep going. Yeah, see, he knows that he can reverse his car at full speed. He's a good Samaritan there. Oh, interesting. Goblins and a harvester. Not too damn shabby. Good fucking meme. Yeah, see, now we just get the free kills since the bots are running out of ammunition. For some reason, the cannon bots really good pinpoint accuracy, but for some reason they don't have any ammo packs on them, or at least not enough, because they chew through their ammo so quickly. I was gonna say, if they had like 2 or 3 ammo boxes on there, especially fused ones, those bots would be absolute hell on this map. They are so good as is. Like dual tsunami or triple 88 bots, they can be good, except the triple 88 bot is on a quantum cabin and often flips itself. They have to redesign that bot, to be honest, but if we can redesign that bot to actually make it like more combat effective, put it on legs, I think it's gonna be king hand down. Like honestly, the highest tier bot right now that's like the kingpin is that double mammoth humpback bot. Holy shit. That thing does so much damage. Imagine that thing. Pinpoint accuracy. Mammoth cabin gets like an extra 30% DPS when you bump up its shit. Like gets like 30% extra DPS if you land all your shots, which for a bot, stupidly easy. So he's just sitting there clubbing away at many people, and he's just shrugging off shells after shell because the front side of his cabin is just covered in mammoth, which is like some 2000 HP. So you're just sitting there like, oh yeah, I really can't damage you at fucking all. Yeah, you can go ahead and mess with Hannah. I'm gonna go around, try to mess with her around B. Honestly, you know what I need to do? I need to get rid of the twin wheels here and probably just throw on half tracks. Or I don't know, maybe get rid of the large wheel and throw in hardened tracks. Well, that actually be kind of nice though. Fuck it, let's just go on the point and take him. They can't stop us all. Oh yeah, this dude is just munching away. I'm so sorry, Cobra. You were the best ally that we ever knew.
The fuck you say to me, you little shit?
Why is it always
How are you
Ninja?
in fucking school?
Where's chicken strips?
You kiss your mother with that mouth? It's called it's called
So you kiss your mother with that fucking mouth?
Huh?
Huh?
Huh? Because
We
the
leave
fucking
you as a society. Whatever, funny. We shouldn't have lost that, but we didn't. Hey, you know, fuck it, I'll take this back to him. This thing is actually not that good of a, not that good of a machine. I honestly kind of want to try fluffing this out with more turrets and more sidekicks, see how that turns out. But I don't know, having the machine guns doesn't seem to work very well. I kind of honestly think using caucuses might be a better idea, since caucuses actually have a decent amount of HP. Here, so let me return that, and let me actually plop off a few of you guys. Let's actually take some time here to actually peel off this top. As you can see, just some beefy interiors here. What does that even cover? Oh, it just covers Jenny. I guess it's a good idea. Prevent that thing from getting instantly popped. But what we could do, put some caucuses on these bad boys, so they're actually properly mounted inside the car. So plump you forward, plump you sideways, and then plump you backwards. And then why don't we get rid of you? And yeah, honestly, we could actually probably just slap you up front. And you know, let's slap you all the way to the side. Yeah, because now you're attached to 2 parts. There you go. And same thing for you. Slap you to the side to get attached to more parts. Ah, shit, I don't have a fourth one. So actually, what we could do... Why don't we slap you... Radiator grill, small buggy floor. I'll say both are going to be a good idea here. I don't know, are these both 4 wide? I think they are. Shit. So as long as we can keep them like nice and tightly bound together. Oh, do I only have 4 caucuses? Oh shit, I actually thought I would have more. Alright. Let's kind of try this idea then. Honestly... It does allow them to actually fire more, but not at the same time. Yeah, screw that. Let's just put it back in the center. I feel like at least it'll look more consistent in style. I don't want to do anything weird with buggy frames, because those will just at least get snapped off like twigs. And this way they're actually kind of protected, and they kind of have actually a sideways capable firing mechanism. Ah, crap. You know what I could do though too? Do we have... I don't think we're using those large fenders. So actually... Can you push you a little bit forward? Same thing with you. Push you a little bit back. You're kind of in a weird position where you're 2 in front and 2 in back. However... should still be the same distance. And... if we throw in those massive roofs again... or can we even do that in here? No, we can't. They're like... are you a little bit too fat apart? I think this should still work. Oh yeah, hell yeah, it still works. Oh shit. Can't get out? Nope. There we go. So give me you. We just had the other one work. Why is this one not working? Ah, okay. So then what if we flip you around? Nope, doesn't work. Because at that point we only have 2 space and the gun doesn't fit. Alright, so... you then... yeah, okay. That makes more sense. And then I guess the same thing back here. Alright. We'll fix up that hole later on. And then yield another caucus. So then, will we be able to flap on these large-ass fenders? We can kind of fit them on here. What about the sides? Yeah, this looks like the sides are way more accepting. Here, yeah. That's good, so these things can actually absorb a lot of fucking damage. Do we have any heavy parts for that side? We kind of do. Oh wait, do we have those pipes? Yeah, see these things, then it could fit... Ah, no, those are kind of awkward size though. Crap. How wide is that? Is that just 4? It is just 4. It's a 4 long gap. Here, let's see if that works. And then... What do you mean, no? Oh yeah, I guess we do only have 4 of those. Shit. That's right, because I'm not leveled up with the dudes that high. Sticks out like a real bad sore thumb. But it does protect them. It is an actual viable option. I mean, it's not going to be viable. What am I saying? This thing's still going to get seal clubbed in 2 seconds. However, it's a good thought experiment. Not really. Or... Actually, where's that really large piece? Cooling system 2 actually kind of makes sense, since this is technically a machine gun. It is technically a machine gun, although it is not affected, really, effectively, by any of the other systems. And then slap that right there, to kind of make it flush with the rest of it. Actually doesn't look half bad. Doesn't actually look half bad. And then we still have the guns in the back to protect them, that are all nice and beefy as well. And then we still have these up front. Honestly, we kind of need these two to connect, like right here. Although actually, that actually kind of gives it a more truck vibe, since now it has more of a visor. Actually, that's kind of badass looking, actually, then. So where did I put that part again? Here it is. Yeah. Kind of works. Kind of gives it that little vibe to it. Now let's not use accent pieces. Not quite yet. I need this thing to be beef. That we still have a lot of power left. So let's see. Oh yeah, we could fit more tacklers on this thing. We could, or we could just throw more turrets in there. Ooh, that wouldn't be a bad idea. So let's see, where could we actually fit those turrets? They would definitely have to be in niche places. Actually, I can just get rid of you. Let's see. You are in a really inconvenient spot, to be honest. You... What am I stuck on here? It's kind of weird operating inside of your vehicles. You have to make little minor holes everywhere, just so you can fit your large ass through here. Although actually... Yeah! Could fit you right there. You can go right there. Yeah. So even get more in here. God, there's so many cobras. And then last one. Yeah, does it stick out though? I think it does. I feel like I can't get out of this damn car. No, it doesn't. Yes. So it actually sticks all the way in. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. I honestly feel like I should have guns on the side. Well, actually, technically, since I'm using caucuses, I don't need to have coolers on this thing. Since this thing isn't really affected by coolers. So getting this radiator on here, not needed. Not needed. Where is the other one at? I did see they had one more in here, but I can't find it. I just put you away too. Yes, I don't need you to. So I have 4 more power here. I could put on a cannon just to make it have a lot more HP. What would work with 4 more power? Hey, the front end's actually empty. No, that wouldn't work at all. Almost putting little guns on the side. Because we only have 4 power here. So I can't do a whole bunch with it. So chameleon module, not a good idea. Oh yeah, we still have that thing too. Yeah, fuck it. So let's see, it's 5 power. Yeah, why not? Use cords on the side. Ever so slightly. Small amounts here. Here, we can kind of protect them like that. Like so. Protect these lovely beauties of nature. This is gonna be the shittiest fucking Leviathan I've ever made. But why not? Leviathans are not meant to be taken seriously. You're just gonna get blown up anyway by people using quadruple cricket builds in 2 seconds anyway. So it's basically kind of impossible to build around that. Kind of hard to build when you get instantly, absolutely obliterated. Is the thorn really that good? No, it's a little bit too high. Fender? Fender. That doesn't really want to tell us. Really? I'm missing too many parts. Here, we can get rid of that overhang. And we're still missing another module too. Shit. How can I reduce redundant parts on here? Hey, what's up there, Panda Minimum? How you doing? Nice to see you again. It's going good right now. We're just rocking about, seeing what we can try to mess with this build. It's seeming to kind of work. Right now, I'm just trying to reduce the amount of parts we have in this thing, just so that I can still make this thing a little bit larger. The bigger we can make this behemoth, the more rock solid we can sit here and take 1,000 fucking... a monstrosity. Probably a tad bit of an understatement. Things using caucuses. But you know what? You can't knock these things. They are majesties of nature. Actually, could I slap... I could slap these things in there. And then, come on. Get in there. I know you want to be in there. Yeah. There we go. The more HP. Let's say, look at this thing. This thing's almost up to 6,000 at this point. This thing's ridiculous. How many guns? So we got 4 caucuses right up top. 2 little cords on the side. And then we have little tacklers in the back to dissuade any evil doers trying to advance. So we're protected all around. And we have beefy guns up top that can just take 1,000,000 fucking damage. Not to mention that we have a shitload of drones on the inside. I think we have 3 cords, 5 sidekicks, I think. I don't know, I wouldn't quote me on that. We do have a Colossus engine, but is there a way we can actually change that? Actually, yeah, the Eagle engine is actually strangely better for this thing. Or the Hot Rod. Since it would actually bump up our reload time considerably. And in exchange, we can actually have either a chameleon module, which honestly wouldn't be too bad. Sit 2 back. And then Where's that cooler? Do we have a cooler on here? Wait, no, is the cooler on here already? I don't see the chiller. Interesting. It is basically a beef cake. The beefiest fucking cake you've ever seen. Except those builds that are like pure Goliath tracks, but I don't have that type of fucking money. I ain't that rich. I ain't to the point where I can afford 1,000 fucking Goliath tracks at like $2,000 a piece. Hell fucking nah. Those are for the days when money is more than just a commercial asset. Actually, why don't we go ahead, slap you in here. Can you actually go up there, or are you too fat? What if I flip you around? Yeah. So do that. And then have... Fuck, where'd the chameleon go? Can we slap you up there? No, we can't. Well, that was pointless. Let me go ahead then and put you back there. Alright. I think that actually works. And then, of course, we can accent this with the loveliest of scavenger flags. A beautiful thing here. We also need to paint it. This thing looks hideous. With all of that unchromatic paint. Nah, 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 nah. We must make this thing look proper. Beautiful. Wood for the wood gods. The most beautiful paint to ever grace this planet. Yeah. Looking nice. And truckin' beefy. Oh yeah, too. Yeah. I was kind of making me want to paint you steel. Nice. Okay. So you're all good. So if you actually take this thing out for a test drive... It's just all the caucuses going immediately. That's actually decent damage. And then you have all of that. All the sidekicks, all the cobras. And they're all following Mama Caucus around. Nice. And see, look at that. 6,000 HP. And the cabin's nice and up front too. So we can actually absorb quite a bit of damage. It's not the most meta of builds. But to be honest, I kind of just like the look of it. The look of it's actually like strangely sleek. While also being very kind of crossout-ish as well. Like there's just something about it that gives me that crossout vibe, you know what I mean? Holy shit. It's actually moving a little bit too fast. It's actually a little bit too beefy for its own good. Which is actually kind of good then, because I actually did purchase a little car jack for this thing. Oh, those caucuses instantly aiming onto him. That's nice. You can't stop this. Actually, you know what I need to do? We do have that one part. Where is... Oh, I like having that scavenger flag on here. But we're actually going to need some Genesis as well. Here, why don't we take that off? Plop you down here. And where is that Genesis? We actually do need a few of these. Because if we're going to have a mostly drone build, we might as well have an actual, like, more than 2 drones. The thing is, we really do not have enough parts for them. Now we have to think about what parts are actually worth taking out then. Shit. Well, I mean, a kind of good code for the little bit more redneck style back here. What I could do is just literally this. Let me just do that. Gives me a crap load of parts. And then flip that around as well. There we go. I guess it kind of works. It actually protects the wheels a little bit better. And it gives us like another 100 HP. My god. It's just stacking more on more on more on more on more. Eventually this thing is just going to collapse on its own weight. Become a fucking black hole. I drive on Lambo. Skirt, skirt. I'll take that. Here, how about... Would you allow me up there real quickly? I just need to take a peek inside. Oh, the issue is like the inside of our car is so full already. There's like 0 space to throw more crap in there. I guess you could try this. Thousands of years. Follow blood elixir. Here we go. And can we just slap you right in there? And I think that should work. Where did I put that? You. There we go. Perfect. And now that should actually be beefy enough. And we have 8 drones on this thing. So this thing's actually able to do a decent amount of damage. And actually keep it up. So even through its brawling, it should actually be able to keep the same amount of sidekicks. Nice. So we'll go ahead and let that go. And I need to go to fucking bed. It is nearly 3 in the fucking morning. Jesus Christ, I am dumb as shit. Why am I doing this? I'm gonna be so tired tomorrow. Fuck. But I think we're going to have to call it good here. I want to thank you all for joining me this evening. And thank you for all the follows as well. It's really nice of you. It's nice to always see this community expanding every night to be inching closer to our goals of, I don't even fucking know, it's probably world domination at this point. Buying Egypt, trying to get into my own paradise. Who knows? But I think other than that, we'll call it good here. And I forgot what I was going to say. I forgot what I was going to say. Fuck, I'm so tired. And that my voice is shot too because I haven't been drinking. The social media links down below if that is your gig. Discord as well if you want to get notified of whenever I go live. As well as join the community. Because we actually do post memes there. Occasionally. A lot of weird memes. A lot of anime memes for some reason. Other than that is also Twitch and Mixer if either one of those platforms are your favorite. That'll be a permanent archive of this stream on YouTube forever to indulge in such fantasies. And I think out of that, we'll have to call it good here. So I want to thank Salt, Raven, and Basfa A9. I think that's how you pronounce it. I have no idea. Don't hold me to it. Thank you for all the follows and all that jazz. And thank you for Mook House for also donating 15 bits too. The pennies add up eventually, maybe. I don't know. Twitch is a baby. I love you all. See you all tomorrow. Bye.